Hello and welcome. This is Notibot ENG. Good evening. I'm your presenter. Tonight, we bring you a special news recap focusing on the escalating tensions in the Middle East. Iran's aggressive moves have sparked concern worldwide, with key developments unfolding in the Strait of Hormuz. Our report will take you through Iran's deployment of additional mines, oil price fluctuations, and a dramatic show of force by Iranian commandos. We'll also delve into the changing landscape of leadership within Iran and explore its recent decision to grant fee exemptions to certain countries navigating the critical waterway. As tensions escalate between Iran and its regional adversaries, a growing threat emerges from one of the world's most critical waterways. Iran has deployed more mines in the Strait of Hormuz, according to a U.S. official and a source with knowledge of the issue. This development comes as tensions between Iran and the United States continue to escalate in the world's most important oil choke point. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps (IRGC) Navy laid the additional mines in the strait this week, which has raised concerns among commercial ship owners and operators. The U.S. Navy has been enforcing a naval blockade on Iran since January 2020, following a series of attacks on commercial ships in the region. President Trump ordered the U.S. Navy to increase its presence in the area after being briefed on the new developments. The move is seen as a response to Iran's actions, which have been described as aggressive and reckless. The Strait of Hormuz is a critical waterway for international oil trade, with millions of barrels passing through it every day. The deployment of mines by Iran is a significant escalation in the military standoff between the two countries. The U.S. has warned that any further attacks on commercial ships will be met with force, while Iran has denied responsibility for the recent attacks and accused the U.S. of meddling in its affairs. With tensions running high, the international community is holding its breath as the situation continues to unfold. Tensions continue to escalate in the Middle East, with a volatile situation developing in the critical waterway that's become a focal point of global concern. Tensions in the Strait of Hormuz remain high despite an extended ceasefire between Iran and the U.S., with oil prices jumping in response. The latest developments come after footage emerged on Thursday, showing Iranian commandos boarding a ship in the vital oil shipping route. The incident occurred as Tehran's air defenses engaged hostile targets, sparking fears of a potential escalation. The U.S. Navy has increased its presence in the region to deter any potential attacks, with a U.S. aircraft carrier and destroyer deployed to the area. The Strait of Hormuz is one of the world's most critical oil shipping lanes, accounting for around 20% of global crude exports. A disruption to this route could have severe consequences for the global economy. Iran has been increasingly aggressive in its response to U.S. sanctions, which were reimposed after Washington withdrew from the 2015 nuclear deal. The Iranian government has denied any intention of attacking oil tankers or disrupting shipping traffic. The U.S. and Iran have agreed to a ceasefire, with both sides committing to respect each other's territorial waters. However, the situation remains volatile, and any breach of this agreement could lead to a significant escalation. As a result, oil prices jumped on Friday, with Brent crude rising by over 2% in response to growing tensions in the region. The latest developments have raised concerns about the potential for further disruptions to global energy supplies. We will continue to monitor the situation and provide updates as more information becomes available. Following a brazen military display in the region, Iran has taken control of a cargo ship, raising concerns about its influence over global maritime trade routes. We're coming to you from Tehran, where tensions in the Middle East have escalated yet again. In a brazen move, Iranian commandos stormed a cargo ship in the Strait of Hormuz yesterday, leaving several crew members dead and others injured. The ship, owned by the Marshall Islands, was carrying cargo for Saudi Arabia when it came under attack. The incident has raised alarm bells among regional powers, with the United States, Saudi Arabia, and other countries condemning the act as a threat to global maritime security. Iran's President Ebrahim Raisi has been quoted saying that this is a clear message to those who threaten Iran's interests in the region. The attack appears to be part of a larger strategy by Iran to assert its dominance over the Strait of Hormuz, a vital waterway for oil exports from the Middle East. The stakes are high, as the Strait of Hormuz accounts for around 20% of the world's oil supply. Any disruption to this trade route could have far-reaching consequences for global energy markets and economies. Analysts say that Iran's actions may be designed to create economic pain for its rivals, particularly Saudi Arabia, which has been trying to counter Iranian influence in the region. As we speak, tensions are running high between Iran and its adversaries, with the international community calling for restraint. The incident has also sparked concerns about the safety of shipping vessels operating in the area. We'll continue to bring you updates on this developing story as more information becomes available. As we delve into the latest developments in Tehran, a new crop of military leaders has emerged to shape Iran's future under President Ebrahim Raisi. The sudden death of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Iran's supreme leader, has sent shockwaves throughout the country and beyond. On December 4th, Iranian state television announced that Khamenei had passed away at the age of 83, marking the first time a supreme leader has died in office since the revolution in 1979. Khamenei was a key figure in Iran's Islamic Revolution and played a central role in shaping the country's policies, particularly its relations with the West. His death has triggered a succession crisis, with several individuals vying for power. According to reports, Khamenei had been suffering from poor health in recent years and had designated Ebrahim Raisi as his successor. However, it appears that other factions within the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, have emerged, seeking to consolidate their power. These factions are largely led by retired or former high-ranking officials of the IRGC, who were instrumental in the 2009 Green Movement protests and subsequent crackdowns on opposition figures. They have been accused of human rights abuses and involvement in proxy wars across the Middle East. The implications of Khamenei's death are far-reaching. Iran's relations with other countries, particularly its arch-rival Saudi Arabia, will be closely watched as a new leader takes the reins. The U.S. has also expressed concerns over the potential for instability in the region. As the situation unfolds, it remains to be seen how the IRGC factions will navigate their power struggles and whether they can maintain a fragile balance of power within Iran's authoritarian system. Following a significant shift in its maritime policies, Iran has announced an exemption from toll fees for certain nations traversing its strategic Strait of Hormuz. Iran has granted fee exemptions to friendly states passing through the Strait of Hormuz, according to Russian state news agency RIA Novosti. This move comes as tensions between Iran and other countries in the region continue to simmer. The Iranian ambassador to Moscow, Kazem Jalali, confirmed that some exceptions have been made for certain nations. However, he also expressed uncertainty about the future implications of this policy. Iran's decision to grant fee exemptions is significant because the Strait of Hormuz is a critical waterway for global oil trade. The passage through this strait allows ships to transport oil from the Middle East to markets around the world. By waiving fees for friendly states, Iran is signaling its willingness to maintain good relations with certain countries in the region. This move could potentially improve diplomatic ties and reduce tensions between Iran and these nations. Russia has already benefited from this policy, with Iranian authorities reportedly exempting Russian ships from paying tolls when passing through the strait. Other countries that may be considered friendly by Iran include Turkey, China, and India. While the details of this policy are still unclear, it is likely to have significant implications for global energy markets and international relations in the region. As tensions between Iran and other countries continue to rise, this move could help to ease some of that pressure and improve diplomatic ties with nations that share Iran's interests. That's all for today's news recap. We'll continue to follow the developments in the Middle East closely. If you want to stay up to date on the latest news, please consider subscribing to our channel. We appreciate your support and look forward to bringing you more in-depth analysis and breaking news in the days ahead.